Hello guys, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're watching this wonderful channel from. This is John Gillis Entertainment. Here we'll give you updates of all the trends and all that is happening in Nigeria, Africa, and globally. If you are new here, please don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the bell notification so as to be alerted whenever we upload hot new trending content. Now, what is trending in Nigeria? Let us start with Nigeria. Not just Nigeria, the world over, because we know Afrobeat is trending the world over right now. Wizkid just dropped his album More Less Ego. More Love, Less Ego. Yeah, and so many persons have been saying the album is okay. But from the reviews I've seen so far, people are not flowing with the album. Redesk of Kes, the Big Brother Niger, ex-Big Brother Niger housemate, the 7th edition, we just ended. He said, Wizkid album suits you, because according to him, it doesn't suit him. For those that have listened to the album is made up of 13 tracks. He featured about 6 artists, so they're about MLLE, Ayasta, and yeah, about 6 artists, other artists in the album. Have you listened to the album? Do you feel the album? Do you have that vibe that, yes, this is like the Wizkid we've known? Because we know we've been anticipating this album since February. Yeah, Wizkid said he dropped the album February during his, after his US tour, that we're going to Canada for his tour, but he didn't hold again. And from what Wizkid said after the tour, he was dropping the album, and he didn't drop the album, and it has dragged to November 11th. He was supposed to drop it on the 4th of November, but he didn't drop it because of the Ifeanyi's death, Davido's son, and he just dropped the album on the 11th. And did you really feel the album? More Love, Less Ego by Wizkid. We're still talking about the album. Someone dropped this message that he needs to, maybe smoke Igbo to be able to enjoy this album, because from what he has seen so far, he has not enjoyed the album. Maybe you need to smoke Igbo and sit down to listen to the album. That's when he will get the vibe he expected from the album. Still talking about the album, Daniel Rega. You know Daniel Rega will always say something regarding the album. It's like, as I said in my last video, like Twitter police, he will always have something to say. Daniel Rega said the album is overhyped, that Wizkid keeps recycling his old lyrics with different beats. What do you have to say regarding that? I've listened to the album anyway. Funny enough, I don't feel it right now. Maybe with time I will feel it, though I've listened to it once. I have to listen to it again. But from so many reactions, people are saying, man, this is not what they expected from Wizkid. This album has taken so long. It's like the most anticipated album of the year, because you know what Wizkid did, where he dropped his Made in Lagos album, which is still spending time on the Billboard, the longest charting album in African album in Billboard's history. Well, the comment section is open for you all to drop your comments. Well, let us move on to something else. Let's talk about the Odogu himself, the giant of Africa, Burna Boy. Burna Boy and Steph London, they were having a good time. They were dating. I mean, people were praying that, oh God, when will I have a lady like this or a man like this? But as love will have it, let me phrase it that way. They went their separate ways. They have separated, and since then, it's not been rosy for Steph London yet. Why do I say so? We know Burna Boy dropped a song, last, and the song has been doing numbers. And we don't know, maybe Burna Boy will win a Grammy Award for that song, because we see so many artists in the United States vibing and doing a cover or remix to the song last. We're still talking about the last, or the song dropped by Burna Boy. We know Steph London did her own, but he didn't get the recognition she expected. Talking about Steph London and Burna Boy relationship, recently Steph London came up and called Burna Boy mommy's boy. No doubt about that. Burna Boy is always close to his mom. Whenever he's doing shows, we see his mom dancing, vibing with this energy, and that's a good one for those like people like me who love my mom. Yeah, and support Burna Boy, because not easy to be a mom, especially in this country called Nigeria. Well, Steph London called Burna Boy mommy's boy, and regarding that, Burna Boy responded by telling Steph London move on. I think I would have done the same thing too if I were in Burna Boy's shoes. Come on, we've broken up. According to you, that Burna Boy wasn't doing very well in bed, that this, that. I mean, she was just laying so many complaints about Burna Boy. But when they were dating, she didn't complain. But now she keeps criticizing Burna Boy. We don't know what's trending. So many ladies, when you are dating them, you are cool, but immediately you leave them, they'll start saying all sorts of rubbish, things they shouldn't say on the media. She said that, okay, Burna Boy is not good. According to her, she doesn't want to date any musician again because of what Burna Boy did to her. Then move on. If it's that, move on. For this, I think I'm supporting Burna Boy. Move on. Yeah, you guys are broken up. You say so many terrible things about Burna Boy, things I can't even say on this platform. Well, what do you have to say regarding that? The comment section is open for you. But I think I've supported Burna Boy. Steph London should move on. She's been doing music. I mean, move on with her life. Look for another guy and date. Someone you think is better than still talking about the drama going on in the country. I dropped a video about Twitter where the federal government is saying that from the look of things like they'll ban Twitter again. Come on. We're talking about Twitter. The new owner of Twitter, Elon Musk, said, I love when people complain about Twitter on Twitter. Elon Musk is a funny person anyway. He loves when people complain about Twitter on Twitter. Well, that came from the desk of Elon Musk. Because people have been complaining about Twitter, about his charges and the rest. Well, let us move on to politics. 2023 just by the corner and we determine who will become the next president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. It's not been rosy. We keep seeing presidential candidates attacking each other and people, well, that is politics for you in Nigeria, but I think we should vote rightly this time. Now, there's this drama going on in Anambra State. The governor of Anambra State, Charles Soludo, according to him on Channel TV, he said P2P investment in Anambra is worth to nothing. Come on. When I saw that, I was like, we have so many obedient servants in the country, and P2P has been saying, go and verify. People have been verifying. And according to Charles Soludo, he didn't invest anything in Anambra State. It's like it's worth to nothing. When I heard that, I was like, really? And they were in the same political party, the Abga political party, the P2B left Abga for PDP. Come on, what is really happening in politics? Why is it that Igbos, they don't like supporting each other? Well, regarding that, someone dropped this message that Charles rather has a presidential ambition, and he doesn't want P2B to become the next president of the country, because if P2B becomes the next president, that means you have to wait for another about 20 years, if not more, or let's say 24 years, maybe 16 to 24 years, because of the zoning policies in the country. That is why Charles is doing this, that he wants to run for presidency maybe in the next 4 years or 8 years after his tenure in office. So he doesn't want P2B to become the next president, just as you can see from this post. What do you have to say regarding that? I mean, why is it that Igbos don't support themselves? We know what happened in the PDP camp during the primaries when some northern presidential aspirants had to step down for Atiku Abubakar. But the Igbos, what is really happening? P2B is from Anambra, and he did very well in the state. I can remember when I was listening to news when he took education to education. In Anambra scored the highest when it comes to WAEC, and he did very well in agriculture. And Charles Soludo just came into power like a few months ago and is telling us that it is worth to nothing. If I may ask, what has Charles Soludo done for Anambra State? Well, though he's still fresh in the game, maybe he will do more. He will do better than P2B did. I don't like hearing stuff like that. I think there should be this synergy. The people have been complaining that why is it that Anambarians are not supporting P2B? Why is it that other people from other tribes are supporting P2B? And Charles Soludo now came with this card. That is a huge blow to the obedient movement. Don't you think so? Please, the comment section is open for you all to drop a comment. But the most important thing is that we should vote wisely. We should vote for someone who will move this country to where it should be. Because we are backward, whether we like it or not. Right now, the president is not in the country. He has traveled out of the country to receive medical treatment. And we saw him, he met with King Charles. And Nigeria is where it is. Power issue, we are still having power issue in the country. Our road network is still bad. We don't have any airline to our name. Our problem is still the same as it was 8 years ago. What has changed in this country? Insecurity is still, being talked about as if it's a joke. What is really happening in this country? We really want to move forward. We are regarded as the giant of Africa, but from what Wizkid said, I think we are the giant only when it comes to entertainment and IT. Our IT guys have been doing very well. Entertainers have been doing very well. Musicians, comedians, skit makers, actors. Politicians are just, they are not doing anything. Look at the medical system. The number of medical doctors that left this country and nurses this year are in their thousands. What is really happening? And well, our politicians have been going outside to receive medical treatment. They don't care. They don't care about what is happening in the country. Well, we really want to make the right decision this time. Thank you guys for watching this wonderful channel. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the bell notification so as to be alerted whenever we upload public trends. See you guys soon.